Hey, this is Daz from the Frugal Gamer website, and I am back with another review. This time I've picked up a Pro Gaming headset from Amazon Lightning Deals that cost me just $15.99. And even though that seems a great price, I'm here to find out if it's actually worth the money. I see products like this come up on the Amazon Lightning Deals page all the time, and I'm constantly wondering if they're actually as good as they look. As you can see, these have got 4.5 stars out of 5 on Amazon, and now they've gone back up to just under £20, but I'm always so skeptical on whether they're worth the money. So let's unbox the headset and take a closer look on what the headset is actually like. I've got to be honest, once I see the box I thought it looked really cheap and it didn't give me much hope for what was inside. But as you can see, they've actually really pushed the boat out. They've given us some bubble wrap and an instruction leaflet, which is a quick guide setup. I don't know what I was expecting for $15.99, but let's just take a look. It's actually not as bad as I expected, if I'm honest. I was expecting something a lot more cheap and plasticky feeling, but this is actually quite nice looking. It looks like it's aimed towards teenage boys. It's got that angry, sort of angular look about it, but it's actually got quite a nice gloss finish, and it has this built-in mic which you can tuck away. Also faux leather finish earbuds, cups, and it also has the remote control with an inline volume button and also the mute button, which you can mute if you're doing chat. Also comes with a USB power lead and a 3.5mm audio jack. So like I said a minute ago, these are actually a lot sturdier than I expected. They're going to be a total fingerprint magnet because of that gloss finish. But other than that, I'm really surprised by just how sturdy they are. I've bought previous headsets in this price range and they've been a lot worse, especially in the looks department. These are no slouch. And you've got that adjustable mic arm there which can be tucked away. I often don't use chat, so it's annoying when they're just sort of poking out in front of your face, but these are easily just bent up in the upright position and that cuts it out. You've also got these faux leather pads that I've got to say, after I used them for 10-15 minutes they got really hot and uncomfortable, and even though they're comfortable to fit, they actually get too hot and your ears start to feel really warm, which I don't think I'd be able to put up with. We also have their LED lights that glow up when you plug it into the USB cable. That shows up quite a nice glowing red. Quotient each, what a stupid name for a product. I don't know, whoever thought of that, you need to be fired, because I don't know if they were thinking they wanted to sound like Turtle Beach, but quotient each just means nothing. Worst sounding name ever. So when it comes to connecting this headset to your devices, they should be able to connect to your PC, your Mac, mobile devices and the PlayStation 4. I tried with my PlayStation and I could only connect via the 3.5mm jack. I couldn't connect using the USB like I can on many other wired PlayStation headsets. So you literally have to have this plugged into the actual DualShock controller, which isn't a big issue. You can still use the mic feature and everything works exactly the same, but for some reason you just can't use it plugged in via the USB. Same for the Xbox One. I actually use the controller with the stereo headset adapter, so I could plug it in using the 3.5mm jack, and I'd assume they'd work with the new Xbox One controllers that have the 3.5mm input as well. As for PC and Mac, they didn't work to start with. I had to go in and look in my settings, and for some reason I had set the default to mute, so I couldn't actually hear anything coming out of them. So if you do pick these up and you go and use them on your PC or Mac and they don't work, just have a quick look in the settings. I've also used them on my iPhone and my iPad, and there was no issues here with connectivity. So when it comes to the sound quality, I think this is the first area where you realise that you've just bought a £15 headset. I'm not saying it's terrible sounding, it's just a bit disappointing. The thing that I missed most is the bass tones from the headset were missing. When it comes to things like grenades and explosions, you just didn't get that rumble that you should normally get from a bassy sort of headset, which I'd expect from a gaming headset. But when it comes to things like the voice acting and everything, that's all perfectly clear, but that seems to take precedence over the explosions and everything. When it comes to things like gunfire, now they're okay too, it's perfectly punchy, it's just like the things like prolonged bassy rumblings that is missing. And for me, this detracted from the gameplay itself, and I didn't feel as immersed in the game because of this. When it comes to things like just using it with an iPad or an iPhone, I think it's perfectly fine. You know, like I said, it's not terrible. I think if you've had better headsets, you will notice the difference, but I think if you're new to headsets, it'll be perfectly fine sounding. And when it comes to the built-in mic, this again is just okay. I've got headsets that I've picked up for £25 that I've been able to record a podcast and have really good sounding audio through, but this is just adequate. But again, if you're just chatting on a PlayStation to your friends in party chat, this is just going to be fine. You're not going to have any issues. So when it comes back to the question, is this headset worth the price? I'd say the fact that it's now gone up to £20, I'd much rather spend an extra £10 and then you're getting into the entry level Turtle Beach headsets and things like that. This is definitely not a pro gaming headset like the title would lead you to think. It's a perfectly adequate entry level headset. I'd say it's ideal if you're buying something like your niece or nephew a present for Christmas or their birthday or something like that. And even if you just need like a backup headset to keep tucked in a drawer, this is, you know, probably worth the £20. But for me, like I said, I'd much rather just spend a little bit more money and you'd get something that sounded a lot nicer. It is a very nice looking headset and it feels nice and sturdy. But it all comes down to the sound, I think, for me, and this is the one area where it's let down. So thank you once again for checking out our videos. I hope these help, and please take a second to visit our website frugalgaming.co.uk, and you can save money on everything gaming, whether you've got a PlayStation, an Xbox, PC or a Nintendo. We've got all the best deals. So please check out our website, follow us on Twitter @frugalgaming, give us a like, please subscribe and check out our other videos, and we'll be back soon. Thank you very much. We will be giving all these goodies and this headset in the review away to one lucky subscriber, so make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Then all you have to do is use the link in the description box below to our contact page and just drop us a message saying your YouTube username, and you'll automatically be entered in for a chance to win. The winner will be announced on the 5th of June 2016.